Hello everyone, in this video I'll be talking about mods coming to console in The Witcher 3 The Wild Hunt. Now, unfortunately, since my other video talking about this, they did announce there will be a delay till 2026. This is something I predicted in the other video because there wasn't really any other information other than when they first announced it in May 30th, 2025. Now, there's a brief overview of this. They'll be using modio, which Baldur's Gate 3 already is using for their mod support, so we can expect something somewhat similar to that, but there is a lot of complications because there's script mergers that have to work with Witcher 3 mods. Now, they do know that many mods will be available across PC, Xbox Series X and S, and PlayStation 5, but due to some specific content guidelines, there will be some mods that won't be able to make it from PC to console. We see that with Baldur's Gate 3, pretty normal stuff here. It also must adhere to the fan content guidelines and CD Projekt Red user agreement, kind of similar again to the things we've seen in previous mod games like Fallout and Baldur's Gate 3. Now, an interesting part is the red kit is what's going to be used to make these mods. However, they do say that cross-platform mod support will support mods created with other ways too. That being said, it's more likely, as they also mentioned, that mods created with the red kit have the best chance of being approved for console. And unfortunately, only PC players can create these using the red kit that is available on PC. And just an idea, Baldur's Gate 3 currently has 6,370 mods on their modio platform, and out of console mods, there's 935 currently available. Larian has been doing weekly mod drops, so this has been why we've gotten so many on console, and I'm curious to see how this will be handled by CD Projekt Red. Now, I guess into the good stuff, you'll want to see the mods that are very likely to come. Now, the first one I want to talk about is Phoenix Lighting mod here. This is one I really like because it makes the game look beautiful. So with this mod here, we're going to have a rework of the overall lighting system in the game, and it makes things look a lot more realistic. And there's actually a lot of Witcher 3 mods that focus on just retexturing things because this game is 10 years old, so it does obviously show its age in some areas, but that doesn't mean that it can't still be a very beautiful game, and I actually think that with the mod support, this can really open things up as people have been making some very large mods and big changes to the game. Now, one thing I want to note is this file size is only 78 megabytes, and then there's a water attachment that's only 13 as well. One thing that's on console right now for Baldur's Gate 3 mods is face mods that are like 400, 500 megabytes, so the consoles, obviously, if you've played Skyrim and Fallout as well, like large file sizes sometimes aren't really a big deal if it's a specific type of mod. So I do think we'll see some different changes to the overall lighting and appearances. And yeah, this mod's made by Mishite Man here, but we also got another one here with the new clouds by Hayadum27. So this changes the light and heavy cloud textures. I'm using both of these currently. There is some problems that I do want to mention, and that's something I started off this video with, is script merger. Script merger is something that you have to use in Witcher 3 often because some of the mods will affect similar files, and you got to use the merger to kind of combine those files together so you don't have any issues with the mods. And that's something I'm not sure how modio is going to sort out, if they're going to be using a completely different modding system or how the load order will work, because that's something that is in Baldur's Gate 3 mods where it's handled internally. Whereas if you play Skyrim and the Fallout 4 games, you don't really have that. But yeah, with this new clouds mod, it just adds in new cloud textures to the game. I do see us getting a few different types of mods like this because they aren't too heavy. They're just changing the skybox out, so I can see these coming and being a variety of different choices that you can go with, and potentially even similar to Cyberpunk mods where you can change the weather. Not too sure if that'll be a thing, but hey, we could see that. Now, another mod we could end up seeing is the realistic weather by W Zol here, which adds new types of weather into the game. This is something that I see, there's actually quite a few mods on their Nexus mods of different types of weather in the game, so we're definitely going to see some of these, which just change the overall mood of the game. I think that the different types of weather mods fit well within the world of The Witcher 3, so these are really nice. We'll hopefully see some different types of weather mods appear. This one in particular adds a bit of fog to some certain areas. Here you can see Brem there, the trader, just chilling with a bunch of fog there in White Orchard. Now, I'm playing with a very nice sunny day. I had to skip through the weather quite a bit to get to this, but weather mods are very popular in a lot of different modded games, Cyberpunk as well. And I guess I will just make a little asterisk here about Cyberpunk mods. So I actually found out some information regarding that. Cyberpunk is a very complex game, as you've probably been aware. If you play Cyberpunk on PlayStation 4 at launch, you'll understand completely what I'm saying. It's a complex game. And one of the developers said that it's not likely that there'll end up being some console mod support for Cyberpunk, but I mean, they've also said that this was their last update, like 5 updates ago. CD Projekt Red is an incredible developer. I don't think it's very likely we'll see Cyberpunk mods anytime in the next like 5 years, but hey, who knows what's to come. Now, this is actually a really cool mod. So this one is the Enak Monyet mod, which is the Geralt cloak, one of the most popular mods that was made like 10 years ago. And this is actually a updated version by Lewis Elementary here that they updated literally a week ago. the Geralt Cloak Next Gen. I also want to mention another Hoods mod here, which is it's called Hoods, and this one was literally updated last week as well. Incredible mod. It also adds in some different hats and stuff to the game that really change how the game feels. And you've probably been admiring my Geralt there with this cool cloak. It makes him look like how he did in the official trailer for the game. So this adds in a bunch of different hoods that you can purchase from NPCs. And I must say, they actually feel very lore appropriate in the world. So there's another choice. The fabrics look nice. They actually match a lot of different outfits that you can get in the game and actually complement them quite nicely. So yeah, I definitely can see us getting some cloak outfits because this is something that's kind of essential to The Witcher. It even comes with a few different hats as well. I can definitely see more mods like this coming because there's just so many of them that are on PC. And here's just a sneak peek of some of the appearances of the hoods here in this mod. There's a many different ones here. I really like this one here though. So yeah, just want to showcase a few of those here. The Real Art Carre made this hoods mod. I'm a fan of this one. And there's also, again, that Geralt Cloak Next Gen 2. Now, a nice quality of life mod that I really enjoy is fast travel from everywhere or anywhere. This lets you just fast travel from anywhere, as the name implies. These type of mods are great quality of life, and I'm a big fan of them just because sometimes it's annoying when you have to move to a certain building, out of a building to travel. This mod made by the Juniper the God. Now, we also got another quality of life with Galloping in Cities by Juniper the God as well, which lets you literally just run through the cities. So this can feel a little bit silly because you are like recklessly running through cities sometimes, but hey, this game has been out for a very long time. Some of us just need to get places quickly. So yeah, it can lead to some chaotic moments, but I think that this is a nice mod overall, and seems like something that definitely end up coming to console at some point. Now, I will likely be doing more videos in The Witcher 3 mods, so let me know what type of modded content you would like to see, because yeah, this is a game that I've had hundreds of hours, probably thousands of hours actually, between a few different platforms. And yeah, I just want to talk about mods. I love this game. Now, there's a lot of mods that impact how the maps look, and one here is the colored map markers by DJ Kovric, and this now allows you to change the world map and map colors. So yeah, it comes with a wide variety of different appearances here. I think these are just nice, especially if you've been playing through this game a lot and you want to see something new. And we also got ourselves all quest objectives on the map here by Wolfmark. So this will now show all objectives for active quests on the map as you see them. So this is just a nice quality of life. Again, there's a lot of quality of life mods, and they're just nice, again, for someone that's been playing this game a lot. It's just super useful to have this type of stuff. Now, as mentioned, texture mods I think will be very likely. This one here changes the faces in the game. So this is what they look like in vanilla, and here's the mod ones. Much more detail, especially you can see in Triss's face, as well as Yennefer. I guess Ciri got some changes as well. So yeah, this is the modded character there, vanilla. You can see a lot of changes around the eyes, especially. That's the mod, that's vanilla. Looks so much more realistic. So yeah, I do expect to see a lot of mods here that refresh kind of the graphic system in the game because there's just so many of them. And that is the High Quality Faces by Holgaroni. There's also the HDMR High Def Monsters Reworked mod by Denroth. I see us getting something like this that just enhances the overall graphics of the game because, again, yeah, this game has been out for a very long time and people have been making retextures, which aren't really that complicated of a type of mod. Like, they don't really, unless you have mods that are making changes to the same enemy types. So I guess we'll just have to wait and see how this is implemented, but I do see us getting things like this to just rework appearances. And I also can see some different lore-friendly style mods here, like this one here by Dazzling Django, which gives a more realistic look to The Witcher, makes him look more deathly, kind of the Pete Davidson look. So yeah, I'm sorry to compare him to Pete Davidson, but the deathly ill-looking appearance. So yeah, I think this is a cool mod, and we'll also probably see some lore-friendly silver swords, and a lot of weapon changes. I can definitely see mods like this that just, again, make redesign some of the base game appearances. So the sword there, obviously much more bright. And here's another image of it. Now, we'll definitely see mods like this. Over 9,000 weight limit mod by Edair Zero. This will just increase the amount of weight you can carry. One of the first mods we've seen in Baldur's Gate 3 was increased carry weight. So very likely. This is an interesting one. We'll see a lot of mods like this. This is made by FNexus. So with this mod here, what it does is it adds a lot of different benefits to the trophies in the game, and they actually have pretty interesting mechanics where it gives you increased damage against that type of enemy. So yeah, there's a lot of changes here, and I think that they're all pretty balanced and makes the game feel a bit more immersive. This mod has not been updated since 2016, so yeah, don't expect something exactly like this. And again, with all the mods here, these are just guesses. They're not guaranteed to be coming to console because they just have to be made for Mod.io. So I'm just predicting things that I think will end up coming eventually. Like increased creature loot. This is a given. Like, people love loot in video games, and anything that modifies it or adds like loot goblins. I could see mods like that coming eventually. So yeah, this just allows you to get more loot. And auto loot here allows you to automatically loot the enemies. This mod by Juniper to God allows you literally just to walk around and have things automatically loot. I love quality of life mods like this, especially loot related ones. This may happen, the increased draw distance, kind of interesting looking armor there, but with the thing here, it may work on consoles. I know PlayStation 5's got some pretty intense processing power. I'm not entirely sure. I just want to mention this one here because there are obviously some pretty intense graphical changes since this game really initially released, so they could probably handle something like this. We'll just have to wait and see if it gets made. On the topic of retextures or redesigns, Young Geralt here by Atheris. This gives us a young-looking Geralt, which I'm sure there's some people out here that would like to play this. Kind of looking like Minsk from Baldur's Gate there. Yeah, pretty cool stuff. And we also got a mod that restores the E3 Quen here. So this makes it look like it did when it was initially shown in trailers. So yeah, I think this is a pretty cool mod. And we'll probably see some form of VFX change mods because there's a lot of them on console right now for PlayStation 5. But yeah, I honestly think the Geralt Cloak is one of the mods that I'm most excited to play on PlayStation with, just because this is iconic for The Witcher. But let me know which mods you're most interested to see on console for The Witcher 3 The Wild Hunt whenever the console mod support drops in 2026. I may do another video somewhat similar to this in the future, and I will be covering some future Witcher 3 mods. Let me know what kind of gaming content you'd like to see related to mods as well. And again, I just do want to mention that these are not guaranteed to come. It's just the ones that I think are likely to come based on what we already know about Mod.io and what mods are already available here. And I guess there's a lot of mods that are very commonly appearing on PC, so those mods as well are likely to potentially come to console as people make them and port them over to Mod.io. But we do have a lot of mod authors in Baldur's Gate 3 currently porting mods that are on Nexus, so I'm assuming we'll see something similar to that happen as well. So yeah, let me know your thoughts in the comments. Hit the subscribe button below if you enjoyed, and we'll catch you all in the next video.